Hello world! Here we are entering the grounds of Nunraw, up in East Lothian above Garbled. There's Daisy down there. So today's Pendragon poetry post, number 11, as you can see, is on one of those beautiful winter's days. Not a breath of wind in the sky. It's like January the 31st today, or the 30th. So spring isn't far away, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to find a bit of wood. Close the wood here. There. No, please do not allow your dog to foul our footpaths or verges. Daisy, behave yourself. So, what are we going to be looking at today? Well, it's clearly Axis and Allies. Hello. I just need to put you on something that you're not going to fall off. How about that? That looks alright. So it is. Hello. Look, it's me. Same hat and everything. So, Axis and Allies. That is my epic poem. And I thought it'd be a brilliant opportunity to introduce what it is. Now it's 2019. I began writing it technically in 1999. Well, it was the first time I got the epic imagination. It was the millennium was coming up. And I wrote a poem called Testimony and Imperatrix. It was like the history of England up to the millennium. And I was using this 10-line stanza, which was made famous by Keats in his odes. Towards the end of 1999, in October, I started looking at the Battle of Waterloo, and suddenly I was fired with this idea to write a poem about Waterloo. Like a sort of like cinema poem, tell a story. And I invented my own stanza, which in the end ended up being the first stanza of, as you can see, it's 20 lines long. The first one's sort of like a heroic quatrain and a sort of 3-line stave where it sits on. It's like a candlestick. Daisy, what's up? I'm reading talking about my epic poem. This is Ottava Rima, very similar to Byron, the Don Juan, but slight different variations of meter, 8/7, 8/7, 8/6 kind of thing. And that's simply a ballad stanza, the last one, which sits upon a 14er. Anyway, I'll read it out. Why no? Invocation. There was a glade in an ancient forest where glittering pools of molten azure assail the soul in sliding moonbeam blessed. Let's bathe in blissful dreamtimes gleaming pure, attended by my 9 naked maidens, Volvaean lullaby lilting through love's gardens. She harps a song, she summons stars, she waltzes round the waters. She treats these tender battle scars, she paints a floating lotus. She strums her summer gold guitars, Loxianic daughters. How lovely and how livid floods thy light. What verses and what wonders must I write? They ring and weave through triptych tones, sing rich enchanted chime. Soft music hones their mystic moans, and so my all must rhyme. With hopes of flashing heroes, up Parnassus slopes we'll climb. 1999 I wrote that. So then I went on to write Waterloo, 2000, and then in 2001, well, it was like late 2000, I realised I was going to use the same stanza and write about World War II. So I started that in 2001. I was living in Tunbridge Wells. I wrote 10,000 lines, 5 books of 1,000 lines each, no, 2,000 lines each, like 100 stanzas. And then it started going a bit crazy over the next few years. It went forward in time, backward in time, all the way back as Rome and then beyond into the future, like Nostradamus stuff. It was crazy days, but it was amazing. And then, so not so long ago, a couple of years ago, I finished the last stanzas in Barra, which is not so far away, and I created like 1,000 stanza version of Axis and Allies. Now I'm not stupid. Daisy, 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 stay there. Come on, come back. Daisy, this way. Oh my god. that was the cops driving past. I don't know what they're doing here. Anyway, where was I? So, I was writing this like a 1,000 stanza version of the poem, and then I thought that's too much. So in the end, I've brought it down to like 300 or so. Final one's like 328. Well, that's even Canto 32. 33 cantos, 4 of which are based upon the Immortals, which is like sort of, you know, every epic needs supernatural elements. I mean, it's basically about World War II. That was the core of the original poem, and then it expanded, and then I brought it back to World War II in the end. So it's like sort of went, it's like a supernova or white dwarf or something. It went like that in the final. I still haven't quite finished it. As I'm reading it out at the moment, talking about it. No, reading it out, recording it, and as I'm doing that, I'm still making notes. So it's not quite finished, but we're getting there. So let's read one of the immortal stanzas. This is called Heroic Council, set in Britain. High upon the snow-clad slopes of Snowdon, Britannia gathers in her family. Pacing by her husband Gwydion, she waits to greet Neptune's emissary. Green merman comes, draped in coral shark skin. The sounds of horns and drums, the meeting may begin. Drowsy Phoebus, the scene illumes. A serious parlance cooks. Zephyrus ruffle, Ra's ostrich plumes. Her majesty nears the crux. Since I, this harbinger of doom, some cancer fills the flux. The testing time forspoken draweth near. Shouts Sterling, come the day, who shall fight here? The loyal company and true cries ready for the war. Violet Vishnu skims skyey blue, Ra sails for dusty shore. Neptune accommodates day gone, the lion roars its roar. So you get the idea. So the rest of it's some beautiful stuff, to tell you the truth. This is a good one. There's 5 families. I've decided to base it on war and peace. So there's like 5 families involved in it. The Stemmlers are German. There, look, there's the family trees. The Sumners from Burnley. The Dillingers are American. The Stemmlers. Oh, there's another car coming. Daisy, where are you? Daisy. Daisy, stay there. Hello? I'm smoking my dog.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the lost dog.
No, it's mine. Right. Sorry. Let's come this side, so. This is taking ages, this. It's like a proper epic anyway. Oh, we're minutes on, 8 minutes 28. Bloody hell, let's keep going. So, I can't remember where we were. So yeah, there's 4 families. One of them is the Sumners, who come from Burnley, where I'm from. So this is Lost at Sea. They get news that one of the family's been killed. Frida and Rose arrived at the butcher's, sovereigns and halfpennies stretching round the back, where, as they went shuffling to the counters, froze Frida by a vision of her Jack. Pellucid glow, flanked by blue guardian. Rose, love, we've got to go, forget bloody bacon. Boy soldiers play war midst sandbags, down Cog Lane a telegram. Some Azrael along the flags, Maggie drops a jar of jam. Flush hot, slips on her pumps and rags, rushed out to find her mam. Collared with granny flapping down the street, for several seconds cold hearts lost their beat. Ah, Jack is missing, presumed dead, the whole street heard a shout. Base fears that fed on common dread, calamity and doubt, are rude released into the world, while scracking her eyes out. So, that's basically you get the idea. Axis and Allies is an epic poem, mainly about World War II in this version, the final version, because each edit gets more work, so each stanza is more rich and more carved. So the earlier stanzas on the bigger picture, they are not quite as detailed, not quite as, from my poetic eye, as quite as ornate, like I said. So as time goes on, it just gets better and better. These readings now, what I'm doing on this poem from here, around East Lothian or wherever, I'm getting the final version, and it might end up going on until I die, but I'm happy with the 33 cantos as it is, you know, and it's more readable then. It's, you know, it's much more entertaining to read something in a day or two or three than you sit down and go, oh my god, Dostoevsky kind of thing. So anyway, this is my gift to the future Axis and Allies. It might not be read for a while, but there's living memory in this epic. It's like, you know, World War II's happening within my, well, not my lifetime, but the lifetime of people I knew. I talked to my grandma about the Dickie Shiner light, which was a torch that she held that only went down, so to keep away the German bombers kind of thing. And on one final note, I'm not too far from Drem Airfield here, which is the site from which on the 16th of October 1939 there was the first air skirmish over the Battle of the Forth. I went to try and sink ships at Rosyth, and the first 2 planes shot down in World War II, one of them was shot down from an aeroplane at Drem, you know, so I know that stuff. That's why I'm very much qualified to write this poem. Okay, so just to prove it's me. Oh yeah, Pendragon Poetry. I'll be talking about other people's work very soon. You know, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to donate, blah 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 blah, America, blah blah blah. Alright, bye.